friends, thank you so much for being back, ready to attack your learning. Alrighty, kiddos, so we went ahead and started this brand new unit all on how good readers plan their learning. And yesterday we talked all about that scan and plan strategy. As you know, that's where you take a peek through your book, you get a feel for how it's organized, and then you make a plan to read it. Now, my friends, we're going to talk today about one other way to really plan your nonfiction reading. And this way, boys and girls, really relates back to that strategy we keep on circling back to, which is read with a sense of wow. As we are reading with that sense of wow, we need to be reading with curiosity and with interest. Curiosity and interest. Now, those two things, boys and girls, often kind of take us in one direction or the other. It often takes us through the asking questions stage, which is that curiosity, or it takes us with that forming ideas stage, which is the reading with interest. So my friends, today we're going to be talking about doing both of those things together. Here's our strategy. All about asking questions and forming ideas. Turn your brains on. Today, I want to teach you to ask questions and form ideas as you read. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this strategy again. And so right here it says before, during, and after reading. So always, 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 you need to be wondering. You should be thinking. You should be asking, and you should be pondering. Alrighty, let's go ahead and glue down that strategy to really anchor it into our learning. Alrighty now, first graders, as previously mentioned, I do feel like almost all of you are doing either one or the other piece of that strategy. You are either before, during, and after your reading, constantly asking those questions, right? Reading with that curiosity. Or maybe before, during, and after your reading, you're doing a lot of those forming ideas, okay? Which is that reading with a sense of interest. But boys and girls, because we are almost second graders, we need to be doing both of those parts together. It should become a habit that all the time when we pick up a book, even fiction, we are always, always, always before, during, and after our reading, asking questions and forming general ideas. Now, friends, you're probably wondering, Miss Robinson, why isn't the strategy called ask questions and get answers? Now, there are two reasons for that, my friends. The first reason is that I understand that we are 6 and 7, and our nonfiction books are not always at our just right level. So you may not be able to get all pieces of information from your book. The second reason is because not always, kiddos, are all of our questions going to be answered in our books. I'm sorry, that's just kind of a fact. So instead of always just getting a answer, you might just be more so forming an idea based on all parts of the text and the features. So that's why it is not called ask questions, get answers. It's more of just ask questions and then get a big idea of what the answer may be. Let's try that strategy with our book that we started yesterday titled The Moon. Now, friends, before I even open it, because this needs to be a strategy that we are doing before, during, and after our reading, I'm going to be constantly asking those questions and forming ideas. So we'll take that sneak peek again, and I will be asking questions and forming ideas. Why do we have moon phases? I'm thinking it's because of the way it is positioned in the sky. Why does the moon shine brightly? Oh, it reflects off of the sun. Okay. Why did we ever explore the moon? Probably because we were curious about it and wanted to get more knowledge. Okay, cool. Now, kiddos, let's go ahead and do that strategy ask questions and form ideas during our reading. The moon. Okay. The moon is a ball of rock. Ding ding, I already have a question. What type of rock is the moon made out of? Now, is the answer on our page? No. But can we form an idea of the answer? Yeah. So based on our picture right here, our image, I'm thinking that the rock is gray, maybe silverish, and it looks as though it has some holes or ridges in it. So although, boys and girls, we were not able to get the answer to our question, what type of rock is the moon made out of, we were able to form a really good idea of what it might be. The moon goes around planet Earth. The moon takes about 1 month to go around Earth. Fun fact, from Earth, we always see the same side of the moon. Full moon, last quarter, new moon, first quarter back to new moon. I don't really have a question or an idea for this page just because we already studied the solar system at the beginning of the year when we talked all about that patterns in the sky unit. So not too much to think about on that page. Okay, the moon is much smaller than Earth. Earth and the moon go around the sun together. Fun fact, the moon looks as big as the sun because it is so close to Earth. Okay, I do have a question, kiddos. So it says that the moon is much smaller than Earth, but I'm wondering how much smaller is the moon than Earth? Why don't you try to form an idea? How much smaller is the moon than Earth? Now, is there an answer per se on this page? No, not necessarily, but we can form an idea probably by taking a peek at this visual. So if you're thinking, well, Miss Robinson, the moon is, that much smaller than the Earth. Da, 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 da. We were not able, boys and girls, to get an answer to how much smaller is the moon than Earth, but we could definitely form an idea. Nicely done. The moon shines brightly. The moon gets light from the sun. Fun fact, the moon does not make its own light. Oh, we already knew that. Sometimes the sun lights one side of the moon. Sometimes the sun lights only part of the moon. Fun fact, as it goes around Earth, the moon seems to change shape. Those are those moon phases. The moon has no air. The moon has no water. Fun fact, in the 1969 moon landing, Neil Armstrong wore a spacesuit to give him air. Now, friends, I want you to try asking a question and forming an idea on this page. I have a question. My question is, why doesn't the moon have air or water? There is no answer on this page, but let's form an idea. Ooh, I think I've got it. I believe, boys and girls, that the moon doesn't need air or water. Look, the moon looks like it's thriving. It's not in any danger. There are no problems. I guess the moon doesn't need air or water, so that's why it doesn't have it. The moon has many holes. The moon has many flat, dark places. Fun fact, the holes were made by objects from space slamming into the moon. Ooh, I bet a lot of us have the same question. What objects are slamming into the moon? Form an idea. Now, friends, I am not going to demonstrate forming an idea on that question. I want you to keep that one to yourselves. Let's keep going. The moon is our closest neighbor in the solar system. I knew that. Okay, so friends, we have wondered, thought, asked, and pondered many things before and during our reading. Now let's do it after our reading. So now that we've finished the moon, do you have any other questions or ideas that you could form? on the entire book? The biggest question that I have, boys and girls, is why do we have a moon? That's my huge question of this entire text. Why does our solar system have a moon? Form an idea. My idea, boys and girls, and again, there was no answer in our book, but my idea is that the solar system is in need of a moon. I mean, I could think of so many reasons why. Perhaps it is so that we can see a little bit better at night. Perhaps it is so that the sun can reflect off of something, but I don't necessarily have the answer to that question. But boys and girls, good researchers are always just forming those overall ideas, even if they're not exactly the correct answers per se. So boys and girls, today and every day, when you pick up a nonfiction book, I need you to, of course, start with that plan. And then before, during, and after you're reading, you have got to always be asking questions and forming those ideas. Read with that sense of, wow. I want you to try this strategy out today, boys and girls. Give it a go. It'll be wonderful. I hope you were able to become even better researchers. Thanks for reading with me. Goodbye, my friends.